Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. On the mound for this one, Steven Matz. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. And that's through there for a strike. And we are underway.
First pitch, 116.
0-1 down. And ball one. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. That's in there. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And that one popped to short. Win. As this one sized up, he's there. He's got it. One up, one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Mark Vientos.
Well, Boog, he's a guy to watch because he capitalizes on the big situations as well as anyone. Hitting over 350 with runners in scoring position. And you know what that means? That means he's a key player for this offense because he can really drive them in when the team needs him the most. He's been clutch all year.
Juan Soto, the next to hit, takes outside. Matz, a 6'2 southpaw, 33 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2009. One down, base is empty. And that one hit to first, and that's just foul. The pitch. One out, base is empty. Out to center. Scott sizes this one up. Makes the catch for the out. And there's two away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Two outs, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And that's in the dirt. Arenado to first in time. And that is that. It's the Mets nothing. Redbirds stepping up. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Jose Butto. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
In the air to left center. Winker hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's a Cardinals lineup now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Foul ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. And the 0-2. Just missed.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. First pitch, and he just misses. Way high. 2 out, space is empty. And another ball.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 3-1.
1 strike.
And there's ball 4.
Ball 4. Take your bait.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
So a man at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. Pop foul out of play off to the right. That misses the zone, and 1-1. Donovan leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Lifted in the air down the left side. Winker drops into the glove, and that'll do it. The Cards leave 1. We played an inning, no score. Back here in St. Louis, here's Brandon Nimmo.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Matz back to work. Just missed.
Outside.
Next pitch is outside.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
That is it. The left fielder.
Here's Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Right through there for a strike.
Ball one.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
On the ground, could be two. Contreras to second, back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
Runner at third, 2 away. Fought off foul. Two outs. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. Close, but called the ball. And that is ball 1.
Up.
In the dirt. Next pitch is outside. McNeil off of first with 2 away. And that one fouled off.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Just missed. First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 2-2. And that's outside.
2 strike.
Francisco Lindor up next for the Mets. And they're all loaded up.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. A switch hitter batting right. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs. Bases are full.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Wilson Contreras. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Burleson now at the plate. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Grounder might be 2. Lindor, that's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Man at first, 1 away. Strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Winker sizing this one up. That's out number 2.
Batting 8, the catcher, Pedro Pajes.
And here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. Right through there for a strike. Burleson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him. And that is that. So one left for the Cardinals. They're down 1-0. Back here at Busch Stadium, top half of the third inning, and stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Arenado makes the catch, and there's one gone. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Swing and a foul straight back. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Off the mark there, and that's ball one.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2.
Whoa.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball two.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Makes the catch, and that is that. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish. Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his third of the game.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Now here is Lars Nootbaar. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
Next one misses. Ball one. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. In the air out to center. It gets down, a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pulls that one foul. Oh, right to the backstop. Newbar into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Newbar, the runner at second with one away. Next offering is fouled back. The shortstop takes a ball. Down and in, moved his feet.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Struck him out looking.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Here's the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. He reached on a walk his first time. That one pulled foul. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Next pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt, runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
New inning getting started. Now the left fielder, Jesse Winker. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark Vientos.
At the plate, Mark Vientos. He's 0 for 1. That one missed.
1 ball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And that one clips the corner. And a big big swing and a miss.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gorman throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
McNeil.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. An RBI single his last time up. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is gone. He sends it out of here. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it, carried out nicely.
Now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez.
1-0.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. Mads, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, out number 3. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And it's 2-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Arenado.
Fouled off. He was late.
You know, these Cardinals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Ball 1 there. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And now it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
1 down, base is empty.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Just missed. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering misses, and now 2-0.
2-0.
And that one upstairs.
3-0.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
and no one can get there. So he gets on base and keeps it going. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jose Butto will depart, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Edwin Diaz gets the call from the pen.
39.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Fly to left his first time. That's inside. Ball one. Gorman goes 6'1", 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Smoked on the ground a second. Toss to Alonso. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. The Cards leave one. They trail things here 2-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Andre Palante.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Walked his first time. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases. His first homer of the year. It's 3-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. He's just too good of a hitter at the plate. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. That one outside. 1-0.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now it's Juan Soto, and that misses. And that's ball one. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Grounded to Gorman. Fires over to first. No chance of the double play with the runner in motion.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Phil Maton appears to be getting loose. Leahy getting cranked up as well. This one popped up. And Arenado makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Next is the designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in.
And a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So 2 down. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Foul ball there. Nimmo leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And it's through for a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Got him. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They put 2 on the board on 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, and now the catcher comes up to him. Pedro Pajes. And that's outside, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Cards need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's a speed threat, Victor Scott. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. In the dirt. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
No strike.
Man at second. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a strike. It's 2-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Ripped, but it curls foul. That one ripped. That's going back. Back some more. Squeezes it. Runner tagging and heading for home. He scores on the sac fly. It's 4-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Win.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Scott over at first with 1 away. The shortstop takes the ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swung on, belted. And that should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Relay to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
One down, runner at third. And up next for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One away with a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. There's the strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. And that drops in for a strike. Next pitch inside. And the count even 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That's in there, and the count 1-2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. Got him swinging. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5. It's the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 2. Back here in St. Louis, Jeff McNeil stands in.
Leading off for the Mets, the center fielder, number 1, Jeff
Palante
McNeil.
back to work. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Phil Maton, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And that skips into dirt. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Pitch misses there. It's 2-2.
2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Outside. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Center field. Scott. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the second baseman, Luis Angel.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. He's already homered here in this one. First offering, and it just misses. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that's way high. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball popped up. Gorman makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they make short work of him there. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 2. Back here at Busch Stadium, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Wilson Contreras. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Stanek getting loose out there. Cabrera getting loose as well. Swung on, belted. Deep. That one went back there. That one's going to land not so much here, but here. Wilson Contreras blasts one out. His 4th home run of the season. It's 4-3.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Edwin Diaz is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
New pitcher
York.
now, Clay Holmes.
Number 35.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson, 1 for 2. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now it's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0. Burleson gets his lead at first, nobody out. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And that one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Hard ground ball for a base stop. Lead runner holds up. They're first and second with nobody out.
Now that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
First and second, no outs. Pajes digs in now. Pitch misses, 1-0. And that is out of play. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Scott up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
Swing and a foul out of play. First and third, one down. That's too low, and it's 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Lars Nootbaar in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two on, one out. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just one out away from getting out of a huge jam.
And now the DH, Lars Nootbaar. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two on, two outs. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, tie ball game, 4-4. Mason Wynn will hit next.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Two aboard, 2 outs.
Hey!
Check swing, called strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Hit in the air, left field. Winker settles under it, makes the grab, and the inning is over. They get 2 and draw even again. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, John King. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Here's Francisco Lindor.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
King measures 6 feet 2 inches, 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 3 in this one. There's the strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they come away without an out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. Really important at bat coming up now.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
And it's even up. Go ahead run at second here, the top half of inning number 7. Swinging a dribbler, foul first base side. Tied at 4, and delivers outside. Next pitch is outside.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Brandon Nimmo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a base hit on a line. Runner around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
Brandon Nimmo getting ready to hit. Ground ball to the right side, and foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
1 and 2.
Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Soto, the lead runner, out at second. Alonso at first with no outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Jesse Winker now at the plate. A little bit low.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
One out. Runners at first and second. And there's the ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
2 on, 1 out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Gorman tossed the second. What a double play that was. Hitting over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Stanek.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading up for the
1-run game. Here's the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swinging a drive, deep right field. Back there. Gone! Big Dog's got to eat. His 4th home run of the season. And they tie it up. It's 5-5. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one at the knees for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
And
One
now
ball,
1 and 2. Next
That's
offering misses down and away. High fly ball out towards left center. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, first baseman, Wilson.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Outside. And that's ball 1. One down, base is empty.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ripped to right. Soto makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Good piece of hitting
Now
right
batting,
there.
the
Nice
right
hard
fielder.
line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
Burleson in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Check swing, called strike. Uh-oh, that got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. Now up for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman,
baseman,
1 for 3.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's outside.
Ball 2.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. That's in for a strike. And that's outside. Pedro Pajes in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouls 1 away, and now 3 and 2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Three and 2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. And the batter now, Pedro Pajes. That one missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Burleson on second. Gorman on at first with 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Gone. Big Dog's gotta eat. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. It's their second home run of the inning, and they lead it. It's 8-5. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ryan Stanek gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Huascar Brazoban.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Brazoban.
So 2 down, and up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. And that's in there at the knees. Ground ball left side, and it gets by him. Next to hit, Lars Nootbaar. There's a strike.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. That one misses. 1-2 to count. This one in the air. Alvarez should have this one. And he makes the catch. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-5. Back after this on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Phil Maton. And he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Number 88, Phil Maton.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And a swing and a miss. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Ryan Helsley, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Leahy also throwing. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's the center fielder, Jeff McNeil. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. One down, base is empty. And ball one. In the air, right field. Burleson hauls it in, 2 away.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco.
2 down, base is empty.
Alvarez.
Now, Francisco Alvarez.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And downstairs. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Two outs. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Contreras makes the catch, inning over. Mets go down quickly, still looking up at an 8-5 deficit. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th, and now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And that one is lifted in the air. Soto. And there's one down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brendan.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
There's a strike. Out to short. A sliding stop at short. Gathers and throws. He is safe. And that was bang, bang at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a pair of flyouts. Ground ball could be 2. 1 at second. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John. Just about to get started. On the mound for this one, Steven Matz having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
And that one's a little bit low. Now 2-0.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And that's in the dirt. Next offering is fouled back.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Juan Soto now. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. And takes low for ball one.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he'd played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
Lindor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Inside, 2-1. Step off throw to first. Lindor back in there. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. See you later. Juan Soto goes deep. It's his 6th home run of the season, and the Mets jump in front. It's 2-0.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Pete Alonso. And that's in there for strike one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Mads, in his 10th season, he features a sinker, a changeup, a curve. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way, just let it travel a hair more.
And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. There's a strike. Bounce to the left side. In plenty of time to first, and there are 2 outs. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Jesse Winker stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Struck him out looking. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. It's now a 2-0 ball game. And we're back. And today on the hill, Jose Butto. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
And that's a little bit high. And 1-1. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
1-2.
Next offering is outside. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a good eye there.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
3-2 on the way. Popped up right side. Acuna. And makes the grab. And there's one down. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Victor Scott.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Hit in the air, right field. Soto makes the grab, 2 down.
Batting third, the left fielder, Brendan.
2 outs, base is empty. Brendan Donovan. Next up for the Cardinals. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. Next pitch misses outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Redbirds down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in St. Louis, now at the plate, Mark Vientos.
Vientos.
Matz back to work. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 strike.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Jeff McNeil stands in. That's outside. Ball 1. One out, base is empty. On the ground, Gorman. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting in, the catcher, number 4, Francisco.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And here is Luis Angel Acuna. That one missing inside.
1-0.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Alvarez off of first with 2 away. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back. Gone onto the grass hill for a homer. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year. It's 4-0. Singy, he's been waiting for this moment to finally come.
Well, we knew it would come eventually, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him go on a nice little run at the plate, hitting some balls out of the ballpark. He's got that monkey off his back. You feel like everything goes slow motion when a breaking ball like that leaves the hand right down the middle of the plate, and it's like the pitcher screaming, "No!" and the hitter saying, "Yes!" and the ball gets tattooed for a big home run.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. Two outs. Now 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Up the middle and a base hit right there. And out to aboard.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And now it's going to be Pete Alonso. Struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here at the top of the second. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Action in the pen down there. Andre Palante, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Roycroft warming up as well. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
2 on, 2 outs. Out to short. Win. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
In there at the knees. 0-1. Buto. He isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings. But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And what about analytics? Because one of the ways it seems like they've contributed to the trend is it's not just about are you capable of getting deep, that now focusing on the numbers, maybe the matchup is better with a different guy as the game goes on. Corrals it. 1 down.
Only a handful of pitchers can go through an order 3 times, maybe even 4 times. And the analytics have contributed to that trend. But I think there are some guys given an opportunity may be able to show that they can be a 3rd or 4th time through the order type of pitcher.
Wilson Contreras in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Swings through that one out in front that time. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Draws the walk there, and that's their first base runner of the game.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate, but as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Swings and chases a low one there.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
And a 1-1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Contreras at first, 1 gone. That's to 3rd, and that one handled. 1 at 2nd, double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. It's the Mets 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, on to the third inning. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Hard hit left side. Arenado to first in time. And a quick out, number 1.
The left fielder, number 3, Jesse Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Just missed. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Well, a good breaking ball like that can buckle the hitter, and by the time you realize it's going to be in the strike zone, it's too late to pull the trigger.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 2-2. Out to short. Slings it across. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Now here is Mark Vientos. Struck out swinging his first time. And he hits a ground ball right side. On to first. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. But they're in front 4-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's Nolan Gorman. Fastball is outside.
Whoa. 2 balls, no strike.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Next offering is downstairs. And that one hammered. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. It sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now up for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. Just missed. And the 1-0. And that's in for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the last half of the 3rd. Line drive, caught. Throw to second, and they got him. Double play.
Batting ninth, the center fielder,
Victor Scott, next up for the Cardinals. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They're down 4-0. Back here in St. Louis, and now the center fielder, Jeff McNeil. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard. Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Steven Matz out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Cardinals, Andre Palante.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So a man aboard, and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Ball one.
This one in the dirt.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And that's down and away.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Breaking ball inside. 3-1 now. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And Arenado makes the catch. And there's one away.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
And stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. A walk, and he's also singled. Base hit, left center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. And there's a strike. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. The throw to first, and that is the inning. Two left for the Mets, but they lead it 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar goes 6 feet 3 inches, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Alvarez collects, fires to first. Got him.
Now
one away on the strikeout.
The shortstop, Mason.
So up next, Mason Wynn. Flied to right his first time. Up and in, and that is ball one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
The Redbirds down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Donovan in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. That one way outside, and the count now 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Strike 1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Now pitching for
taking over on the mound for the Mets, Edwin Diaz.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Two outs, runner at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. And that one is inside. Movement in the bullpen. Clay Holmes, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Senga also getting ready. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that one.
That was straight queso right there.
Two outs. Outside low. And a count now even up. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a miss. Gassed it right by him. So one left for the Cardinals. They trail it here 4-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Pete Alonso. Palante back to work. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. His second homer of this series, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Stepping in, Brandon Nimmo has grounded out a couple of times. Hard on the ground to first. He steps on the bag. One away here in the fifth.
The left fielder, number 3, Jesse Winker.
And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. 0 for 2 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Next offering is down low.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 outs, base is empty. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Mark Vientos.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Contreras.
And that's a little bit high. 1-0.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. We've seen a lot of soft contact from them, and it hasn't been easy to barrel up the baseball in this one, but I'm interested to see if they can make any adjustments moving forward.
Right side. Soto pulls that one down, and there's one down.
One place to start in terms of turning the offense around is pitch selection.
Right
I think if they get a little more selective about what pitches they're going after, we'll start seeing better contact.
And now the right fielder, Alec Burleson. He hit into a double play his first time up. Ball 1, no strikes. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nolan.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. Doubled his first time. Fastball for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here at Busch Stadium, here's the center fielder, Jeff McNeil. Right through there for a strike.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Next offering is fouled back.
And of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. And that skips in the dirt.
2-2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Contreras under it, and he's got it.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. 1 for 2.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Up and in, look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one catches the zone, and that's strike 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Has room, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing here this half. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Mets 5 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the 6th inning, and now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Clay Holmes up and throwing. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 straight.
That's
1-2.
inside. And the next pitch is way outside. That's down and in.
2 straight.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first, nobody out. And now, Victor Scott. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll...
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. He will score.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. And that's fouled off. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Man at second. And that's way high. And the count is 1-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt. So there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Fouled off left side. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just gonna have to battle with 2 strikes.
In the air, foul off first. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play.
The left fielder, number 33, Brendan.
So 2 down now, and here is Brendan Donovan. He is struck out and he is walked. In there, and it's 0-1. Scott stands at second with 2 gone. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And now 2-2. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. Coming home, he'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 5-2.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, Nolan Arenado. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
1 strike.
The Mets leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And he grounds one to the right side. Throws to first in time, and they get Arenado for the out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 5 and the Cardinals 2.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the Cardinals.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, JoJo Romero. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Romero.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Romero, in his 5th season, he features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. He swings and fouls one off. The shortstop takes a ball. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan.
Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Pitch misses there, ball 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Ground ball up the middle. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Alonso.
Two outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's a little bit low. That misses. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 6-2. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Fought off foul. The other way. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
The left fielder, number 3.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now the left fielder, Jesse Winker. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Runner at first with 2 away. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And a foul ball. There's the strike. Winker off of first with 2 away. Got him looking. And that is that. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and a runner left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mets 7 and the Cardinals 2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Clay Holmes.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here's Contreras now.
For the Cardinals, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
That
One
misses
ball,
the zone.
1 strike.
1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And Wilson down on strikes.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Burleson stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. The Mets leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Here's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That misses, and the count even 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That's a ball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
The catcher, Pedro Pajes.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Pedro Pajes. And that one fouled off. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next pitch is downstairs.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Acuna has it for 1. Over over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 7 and the Cardinals 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
88.
Phil Maton.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. 1 for 3.
Jeff McNeil.
Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Ball
That's
1
ball.
there. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The catcher.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That one outside, and that's ball 1.
1 ball. No strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is fouled back. And a
2
breaking
ball,
ball misses
1 strike.
outside. Swing and a ball popped up. Gorman puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman Luis Angel Acuna.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Just
that's a ball.
missed. Next pitch is outside. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss there.
2-2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one's gone. So he blasts one out the other way. His 7th home run of the season. It's 9-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
2 outs, nobody on. Next to hit, Juan Soto. First pitch misses. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Two outs. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball two. That one ripped, but foul. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 10-2.
Back-to-back home runs, and they keep adding to their lead. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Phil Maton departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
the new
Cardinals,
pitcher in the game, Kyle Leahy.
62.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
So two down. Pete Alonso digs in now. Check swing, called strike. That's off the inside corner, and now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And the polar bear strikes out. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And now an 8-run lead at 10-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewalling, it's awesome.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the Cardinal DH, Lars Nootbaar. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Just missed.
2-1.
Scott aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn.
Ball one, no strikes.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Nope, ball two. 2 balls, no strike.
That one finds the zone, and a count 2-1.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Brendan Donovan will hit next. First pitch just misses.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The 1-1 is fouled off. In the dirt, but kept close. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
That one misses, and now 3-2. Ground ball right side. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's an RBI single. It's 10-3. Digging in, Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah. 1-1.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. The Cardinals with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Oh. 2-2.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mets 10 and the Cardinals 3. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ryan Helsley. He's been so good against lefties. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 4 with a double.
Nimmo.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Chris Roycroft preparing to come on if needed. Inside, almost got him.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the call. And tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away, and for it to catch the outside corner, you just have to tip your cap to the pitcher.
Winker, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
1 down, base is empty. This one in the air, right field, and it stays fair. Throw back in, holds him at first, so just a single.
The batter, the third baseman,
Mark Vientos getting ready to hit.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
First offering, and it just misses. Lined, and that's a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out. So digging in, Jeff McNeil. And first offering is fouled off. Winker at second, Vientos at first, 1 gone. That's off the mark. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. That one to first. Dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for the Mets, the catcher, Francisco.
So bases all loaded up. Alvarez now at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Ball 2.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Nabs it. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's now 11-3.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Acuna in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one in triple digits.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Inside at 100. Now 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fastball is outside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next offering is downstairs. Francisco Lindor would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So up next, Francisco Lindor. That misses, and it's 1-0. Outside with a breaking ball.
2-0.
Two outs. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 3-0. Juan Soto on deck, already 2 homers in the game.
Huge impact in this one so far, and you know he'd like to make some noise in this inning as well.
In for a strike, now 3-1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And that is out of play. That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
So digging in, Juan Soto. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and the inning is over. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mets 12 and the Cardinals 3. Bottom 9, here comes Wilson Contreras.
The first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Holmes back to work, and that misses. Ball 1. Swung on, belted deep. That one went back there. That one's gonna land. Not so much here, but here. His 4th home run of the season. It's 12-4.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Alec Burleson, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Grounder off the pitcher. And he beats it. He's safe. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's just plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
So a man at first. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Gets the outside corner with that one.
0-1.
And that's outside. And 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2. Oh.
In the dirt, blocked.
2-2. That's the ball.
In the dirt.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
Burleson on at first. Nobody out. On a line out towards center. McNeil makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Pedro Pajes.
Here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. On the ground, right side. To second, there's one, but safe at first. It's a fielder's choice.
The center fielder, number 11, Victor.
So they're down to their final out. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one